weather's been pretty bad.
Hello.
A lot of rain. Ground conditions are just terrible. Terrible. Never seen it worse. There's just so
Maybe we
much water
can
down it.
enjoy life.
The showers are rain. We're getting 6 to 10 mil of rain every day there between them showers, and so it's leaving everything soaking wet. I have to get cows on. Middle of May. Cows were out yesterday. I went yesterday evening to bring them in, and they're making holes in the ground out there. The ground's just so wet at the minute, and they're not eating the grass because they're trampling it, and it's a mess. So we just made the decision last night, cows on, keep them in for a couple of days to things dry off.
How are you?
Last year was a great year. Every man that keeps the silage thinking, oh, we have insurance policies and this, and now they're using them. Some of them are gone, stocks are starting to run out. I'm actually helping a neighbour out with some silage. There's other guys helping other neighbours out with silage. It's moving on the road steady. We're carrying silage on the road these days, but it's the wrong kind of silage, fermented feed rather than fresh grass, and that's the problem. This day last year, if you were here, there wouldn't have been a tractor in the street.
You want me to rub?
And there would have been, we were toe tight. And we started around the 13th or 14th of May last year, and it was just continue on, rolled on.
Maybe we
and
can
we never stopped till
enjoy
the 12th of June before we got a break. We're doing absolutely nothing these days. We're just sitting, everything's sitting ready to go. As soon as we get a dry day, 2 dry days, we'll be away.
Go to sleep.
Oh, I did. Oh, she's going good. Hey, every day
Say
now
hello.
we're talking to clients, what's the story, how you getting on? Every man's very undecided at the moment. They don't know what to do. They're very anxious to get started because as the time moves on now, we move on another week. Well, if the weather picks up the following week, that's 2 weeks work to be done 1 week. We've seen it before, like we've seen maybe a month's work to be done in 2 weeks.
Right. Here.
I'll have all my clients and I'll know who's kind of thinking and going when. And along with the fertilizer on, along with nitrogen's on, they're starting to, these days now we're starting to test grass to see if the sugars are up, what way it's going. Even yesterday I was chatting to a client and he says, listen, next couple of good days, no matter what the crop's like, we're going to cut because we've tested the grass, the nitrogen, there's no nitrogen in it. We have to watch the minute too. We're a wee bit afraid that the nitrogen's stored in the ground rather than the plant because the weather's been so cold, there was no growth to uptake the nitrogen. So we have to be very careful now in case we get a burst of growth. The plant could take the nitrogen up out of the ground. We can't cut it, there's nitrogen in the grass. It won't ferment, it won't keep. So we have to keep in a close eye on that.
Right.
We have been so cold and so much nitrogen applied that we're hoping it's just sat there. And then the bust of growth might take it up. So it's either in the ground ready to go.
Why?
Or it's gone, one or the other. So we have to keep a wee eye on that now when we start to cut. A couple of guys, Cal and Keith, are here, washing machinery at the minute. It's not to keep it clean, it's just more or less the ways getting a close inspection of what's going on. Oh, there's a light broke, or there's something not right. I've seen this. Lights going, road safety, all that shit, and all sorted. My final preps.
I know.
Getting ready for the mad season to start. Alright.
Og jobbene året kommer høyre til Alan Willen Vostok in the Vontosh offer.
Well, John, how are things? Well, how's it going now?
I know.
We are, this is in the village. Always fast, 30 speed limit. And the same down this, like 50 kilometre. There's an extra bit tomorrow if you're around. Right. In Rakan
Hello,
village.
Sleepy Bear.
And I have another bit in Orton as well.
Hello,
If
Sleepy Bear.
it's zip road there. If you can fit in.
Yeah, no, we'll fit it tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll better rain like you down the dust anyway.
Yeah.
So. Machine here, it's a road sweeper. We do last week from Meath County Council. It's for our own use as well because with the willow and that, the place is a bit mucky, so it's for insurance purposes as well. You have to kind of have something there to make an effort to clean the road anyway, if nothing else. And it's where the whole environmental thing is going, like everything has to be kept clean. And the safety thing in order too, like for the public. So we've washed the power hoses, the jets on the front, jets on the brushes.
You don't want me to stop?
Because most people had some hold on to them. This one here, it originally belonged to the council in Belfast, like by them used around 200,000. So the machine you want to keep moving as well as much as you can, but like, look, we do a good bit of local towns and villages, especially up when we be judged for the competitions and that as well. Like you could go to Dublin with them and that, but we've no interest in going to Dublin with this because we need it more so that if something happens, at least we have it there to tidy up.
Aru an aimsir agus Alistair hí fan volle duine dá chlient. A ha búrla fan a hart.
What do you think, Harry? Hey?
Not sure. Hey, it's getting near the stage hey, where it needs to be cut, doesn't it? Together they kind of go dead in the bottom.
I don't want things, Trevor. We need a couple of days of sunshine before this week.
what they're on at it.
Good hard ground, but there's a lot of moisture in there yet, isn't there?
Aye.
Look at that there.
She's lying, sitting on the,
Slide on the ground, look.
she's gone off totally there. But
You're going to have a lot of useless material there in that plant, aren't you? Hey, time that was cut. The only thing is now, if it was dry before it was cut, there'd be far less dead material dry. We don't
aye,
do as much fire in it.
they're very, very clean. That's it, I do all want there.
Too powerful well.
And we was on it, and the cars were off it early, another field would be after it.
What are you thinking in there?
Well, listen, I think first chance we get, we're gonna get a cut.
Well, realistically now, like, if we get 2 good days,
Yeah.
you're going to need one of them to dry.
Yeah.
Because it's soaking like.
Ringing.
The last thing we want is to have 50-acre grass to land in the field and the plunger rain come up.
Yeah.
So get the best forecast, study it, and right, if we're getting 3 days, we'll go. If we're getting 2, we'll make a wee start at it or something, you know, maybe a wee flitter at it. And then we can always have the weather, so you know what, that's not as bad as it says it's going to be, we can flitter on like, and finish it out, because there's no point in putting it wet.
No, but so if the worst comes to worst, we might have to, but we're gonna do our best to get it as dry as we can.
Worst comes to worst, you know that situation is prolonged rain showers.
Maybe we
You take
can
a chance, you cut the
enjoy
whole thing, you
life.
put it in, you deal with the consequences later, like, so.
Yeah, spend 3 weeks putting out seat then.
In 2 weeks, but I say, putting it all out, would we carried it in,
Yeah.
and adding an extra bit of meat in the winter time, cows diet, because the feed value will not be there.
And about your deal about counting it on.
More than reasonable for carrying it in, like, no, the good thing about this, you don't want it wet, and I don't want it wet. So,
Well, first chance we get, we'll nip it.
it was time was cut.
Now, here she's coming.
Harna se ganannas agus há chuma ar an scíal go bhfuil se an tuairt féin silage.
Silage.
A bháin rudnú hó a crew remission.
Today now we're getting trailers ready and that for grass, putting sides
What is
on.
that silage?
The sides is running a
Cut the
bit
grass.
behind this year with
And
the
the
weather.
good weather in the summer,
Change, but
bring it in
the rain
and
the
make
last
it
couple of
wrap,
days has left
covered
all the
with
grass
plastic.
lying, which is now
Oh.
come down.
Those
I think the first
bales
spend that comes
that I have down at the bottom of the yard.
The one that
the
you put-
point is you don't know what day you're starting, you don't know when you're
Okay.
going, you don't know how many is going to want you the one day, which is a bigger problem. 3 or 4 farmers wanting you the one day, that's all right on an average size farm, and we went to a couple of 100 acres, like we're going with them for 2 days. That's a big knock-on effect because you could lose a week, and that week knocks you back the whole year then. It's very hard to catch up when you're not back. You like to get started, get going. The first job always tells you what way your machines is running. Generally, you have someone early, they cut, you have 2 or 3 days to the next day, and you can go in and do a few things with the machines if you need to do. We'll have everything ready now, hopefully by evening for silage. When we get the call of this, we're ready to go. You can say, right, I'll be with you in an hour, I'll be with you in 2 hours. So basically, pray for the weather. And hopefully we get it.
An chéadúile ar contractors.
The sleepy dog.
Picking skull, like
The sleepy dog.
the grades of the stock del mar sin. It's silage season now, like, so it tends to be a lot more pressure to get work done. Like.
Actually, yes, a toss in the winch. I guess that's a fiancan key.
Make hay the sun shines, never a clear word, like.
Smell of the freshly cut grass. Just drives everyone mad.
Contractors brought to you by Egmont Agri Limited. Tuspantas in is shochuid go na realty is smóvír chlórtíre fiche dó.
Sometimes, ground's in great shape, crops are bumping up. Make hay the sun shines, never a clear word, like, you know. Go harder, go home when the weather's good, and that's it.
Smell of the freshly cut grass. Just drives everyone mad.
Big people are, you know, on law, grab, rolling, and look at the Scotland.
Right.
That's when Siobhan Yapper down.
Dairygold is made using natural ingredients and tastes so good that when you eat it, you can't help but make the world that little bit gooder.
I'm ready to do whatever it takes.
Contractors.
It's only
Go on. Why do we get up when we fall?
Fries. Stock up on soft drinks with 7-Up, 7-Up Free, Pepsi Max and Club Orange, 9 and 12 can packs. Up.
Another hurt left to carry. But we carry on. We can.
Sky Broadband, so you can always stay connected. Plus, you can choose from Sky Sports or Sky Cinema. Get award-winning Sky TV and broadband with the choice of sports or cinema, all for €60 a month for 12 months.
Bye.
Just search Sky Spring Sale.